Hold up.
Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Our guys.
Rashad and Troy Millings. Now, their Investfest 2025 is coming to August 22nd through the 24th with people like Magic Johnson, Steve Harvey, Issa Rae, Angela Rye, Steven Jackson, 2 Chainz, Terrence J, DJ Head, Pretty V, John Hope Bryan, Ryan Leslie, and our very own Thickums. Charlamagne the Guy will be on that stage.
I will be there at Investfest.
I was about to say, who wrote this press release?
That
was crazy.
I was waiting for it.
How many Investfest has it been so far?
The fifth one.
Fifth. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Jack Dorsey, too.
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting when you attempt to build something like this, you don't know what it's going to turn into. You don't know if culture is going to show up, but it's become a cultural staple.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, 5 years ago, it was an idea in Shotty's head. We executed the first year right through COVID. It was crazy. So to see where it's at now, we talk about cultural events, but it's the biggest business event in the world. When you talk about the amount of people that come through, when you talk about the list of people, billionaires, entrepreneurs, you know, everybody from trying to start to get a job, it's a multitude of a bunch of people coming together for the same cause.
Now, every year you do something different with Investfest.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing this year that's different?
Well, we started the pitch competition last year.
It's water, by the way. That's water.
We started
Nice
the pitch competition last year. Rest in peace to Nip. We did it in honor of Nipsey Hussle, and we had his brother Black Sam. We had the marathon come, and we're refining it this year. You know who Paul Judge is?
Do I name sound familiar?
He's like one of the top black venture capitalists in America, based in Atlanta. So we let him just fully take it over. So it's only for tech companies this year, $125,000, and then we got 2 Chainz, we got Angela Simmons, and we got Jaylen Brown as judges. So we wanted to kind of fine tune it because we know that tech is the number one. Everybody talks about AI and all of that. So it's like we talk about the problems a lot. Let's talk about some solutions. Let's empower the next generation of entrepreneurs. We know that capital is a big problem in our community. John Hope Bryant.
My guy.
So what we're doing with him is that he's actually going to be doing on-stage mentoring. It's a challenge. Like 5 entrepreneurs are going to win an opportunity to get on stage with him. They're going to tell him about their pain points, what's going wrong in their business. He's going to give them real-time feedback, and then the winner is going to get his mentorship package. It's valued at over $25,000. It's like credit, it's access to capital, it's like phone calls, the whole thing. So we're doing that this year. We got
the deal room too. So this is something that's important, especially in our world. Like a lot of people come with you ideas, and a lot of deals go through your team, and you can't fulfill them all. And so a lot of people don't have access to that. And so our thing was like, yo, if we can create a room with those type of deals and have it vetted from real legit companies inside the world of tech and all other avenues, why not bring that to our audience and let them see what this is like so they could be part of those deals as well? So we're trying to stimulate the economy as many ways as possible.
And we got deals in Africa that we're going to bring. And we're doing, for the first time ever, we're doing a collaboration comedy show with 85 South on Thursday. So we're going to make it like a whole week. So it starts Thursday is the kickoff comedy show, 85 South. And Block, shout out to Jack Dorsey and the whole team at Block. So the weekend is having a concert at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Thursday. So Block is Cash App, because you know Block owns Cash App. So they're giving away tickets for Investfest purchasers to get access to the weekend concert also. So it's like a long list of different things that's going to be happening.
So is EYL going to, let Africa take over Investfest? It's going to be like Essence. Is that going to be what they're talking about on Twitter after Investfest?
Shout out to
Investfest that became Africanized.
Have your yellow fever cards ready.
God damn, Troy.
Nah. We you know what? We want to make sure that we can bridge that gap and do it in the best way. And so a lot of people have seen us go to Africa a few times over the past couple months, but we're not going there just as travelers. We're going over there to see business opportunities, and now we're bringing those business opportunities back to Investfest. And so to bridge that gap, a lot of people go to Ghana and Nigeria for December to party, but they leave.
By the way, I'm joking. I think that's the stupidest conversation in the world. I don't know why.
The essence thing?
Yes.
But the crazy thing is that I saw a video when he was like, yo, I had a great time when Janet Jackson was there. We spoke about this.
Yeah.
The Africans ran it then.
Yeah.
When he had a great time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
ridiculous.
nothing has really changed. But like you said, I mean, it's a matter of really just bridging the gap. It's a lot. Like I like Vic Mensa's content a lot. You follow him?
Yeah.
He's dope.
Like he talk a lot about the diaspora wars. And there's a lot of that going on right now. It's a lot of division, but ultimately it's not helpful to anybody. Like, it's helpful for us to work with the continent. It's beneficial for people on the continent to work with us. Like, us dividing each other, it's not like we at the lowest level when it comes to anything as far as economic empowerment. So we're not really in a position to fight. We actually going to Africa tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. We're going to Africa.
Yeah.
Y'all going to Ghana again?
We're going to Benin,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we're going to Ivory Coast.
What y'all doing up there?
We got invited by the government of Benin.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you saw, but they recently, Sierra got citizenship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
So
saw
they
it
really
last week.
want to. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing about, like, there's a big notion of, like, Africans don't like black people from America. That's not true. Like, of course you're gonna find one or two people, but like, they like, how can we tap in with y'all? How can we like attract more people? How we can attract more investment? Like, how can we get more tourism? Like, this is something that these governments are actively trying to do. Ghana did a great job of it, but they're not the only country. We went to Rwanda. We went to Kenya. We're going to Benin. We're going to Ivory Coast. This is all invitations from private sector and the public sector
Nice.
saying, like, look, we understand the power that you guys have in America as far as on a cultural side and economic side as well. Come, like, work with us. Like, we want to have you guys here. So I just wanted to dispel that rumor, because that's something that has been permeated of, like, they don't even like us. They don't even like black Americans. Like,
It's not true.
Yeah.
that's not true.
Yeah, it's crazy. So those trips that he's talking about, while we were there, people were trying to invite us to their country. So Uganda was on the list. South Africa was on the list. They saw that we were coming there, and they respect us from the platform that we built in America. And they're like, you guys are here for business. And we want people to know that there's business taking place. So when we were in Rwanda, wait, we've never even seen this before, right? Nobody's ever talked about Rwanda. All we think about is the movie that we know from the 90s. And then you get there, and it's the safest, it's the cleanest place. And I'm like, wait, how come people don't know what's happening here, right? Then we go to Kenya, it's the same thing. Now Benin, it's their Independence Day. The president's like, you guys need to come. The Sierra thing happened last week, but they're like, I want you to see what Independence Day looks like here. I want y'all to be a part of it, and I want y'all to show people that there's business here. Same thing in Ivory Coast. This was somebody in the business world that's like, I love these guys. Can they come while they're on this side of the country, side of the world? And we're like, of course, we're here. Let's do it.
And mind you, these aren't even English-speaking countries. They speak French.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on my French.
So
working.
Yeah. It's
So
just sweet Troy.
It
Salud, bonjour.
travels across even language barriers.
So what do you tell people, when I met you guys, 7-8 years ago, you all were talking about crypto, right? At the time, I didn't understand it, and I wasn't into it, and it was real low, and now it's through the roof, right? It happens to a lot of us. So what do you tell people that are entry level and saying, what's the next thing that I should be looking at, they're looking towards that is affordable for them?
I mean, right now, I'll let you talk about, but AI revolution is what we've been talking about. We're in it. AI is not the future, it's right now. And it's only going to get bigger. You see the number one company in the world, NVIDIA. 5 years ago, nobody even heard of NVIDIA. Now they're bigger than Apple, Microsoft, Google, Meta. What does that tell you? What do? They make computer chips. So it's like you got Taiwan Semiconductor, right? Like, artificial intelligence is not going anywhere. That's another major focus on it for Investfest this year. We can't run from it. We can't hide from it. Like, you got to invest your money in these technology companies. You got to invest your money in these artificial intelligence companies. Crypto's not going anywhere either. But AI is literally like, the world is not even going to look the same in 5 and 10 years. It's going to be completely different.
This is going to be the greatest wealth transfer. Right, this moment in time, we said it last night, this is the most important time in terms of investing. We've never seen returns like this. We've never seen a company go up by 5,000%. We've never seen a $4 trillion company, let alone a $3 trillion company. And like, that's happening in this lifetime, as we talk about. When we talked 5 years ago and that you asked that question, we told you TSM. We told you Microsoft, because we knew that they were going to lead, and that hasn't changed. And if you look at how the economy is looking right now, those companies, NVIDIA, but the companies that are built around it, the companies that they're partnered with, are going to lead the generation too. And so if people are looking to invest, they should start there, right? We already know, right? People use OpenAI. Well, what makes it run? GPUs, right? Who makes those GPUs? NVIDIA makes them, AMD makes. So we got to invest in those companies. We already know that we on Instagram and we on Facebook. Well, Meta owns that. We should be involved in that, right? If you look at what Mark Zuckerberg's doing, like, quietly while we're discussing all these other things, he just stole OpenAI's co-founder, right?
Recruited.
Well,
allegedly.
paid him a lot.
Paid him a lot of money.
A whole lot of money, right?
A lot of money.
Right? That was 2 weeks after he took Alexander Wang, who was the CEO of Scale AI, right? He took their company, well, not took, made a deal with them for $14 billion. right? Like these are the things that are happening on our watch. So we got to make sure that we're investing in these companies, understanding what they do so we can take advantage of it, right?
And also,
not just from a user standpoint.
Also, we went to Silicon Valley. So we actually went to NVIDIA's headquarters and we went to Meta's headquarters. Okay, we go to Meta's headquarters, right? We get in the tour of their campus. Their campus is crazy. You don't see one black person there. 90, hardly don't see any white people there. Asian, Chinese, and Indian. So much they said that they have full Zoom calls in Mandarin. That's how many Chinese people work there. So, of course, from an investment standpoint, we need to invest in tech companies. But from an educational standpoint, like we like I don't think people fully understand how far behind we are in this situation. Like we're not even a thought in the process of like these tech companies. Not one. It might be like one black person in the whole entire department of like 300, 400 people. I'm telling you, we saw it with our own eyes. Hundreds of kids that's 22 years old, 25, 26, all Asian. Every single one of them is Asian. So it's a black problem, but it's an American problem.
Right.
Like if you look at the for the first time, I think in 20 years, America won like the Math Olympics. If you look at the team, they're all Chinese people.
Chinese Americans.
They're all Chinese Americans.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? Like we're falling behind so far. Educational system is terrible, and like I said, it's not just a black problem. It's an American problem. Right. Like we're losing the technology. They're saying China is 6 months. China's already. I just came back from China. China's already 10 years ahead of us. Like if we don't catch up soon, it's gonna be very scary over the next 10 years. I was telling that to people to judge
when I was looking at Chinese roads and how they have their roads and how they deal with the elements out there where they don't have to. They have stuff that shoots on their roads that they don't even have to clean, which is crazy.
I'm being honest with you. I don't know how we catch up because this country has like a real sick obsession with celebrity, and they think everything celebrity and entertainment driven is how you get to the money. I don't know how you change that.
And dysfunction, political dysfunction is at an all-time. That's nothing. These countries can move so quickly because they're all on one accord. Say what you want about China, like if they want to do something, everybody's getting behind it. The UAE, everybody's getting behind it. Saudi Arabia, everybody's getting behind it. America, like you already know the political discourse that we have in America, so nothing is done and it's only getting worse, and then everybody's fighting, and then you add the social media addiction, then you add the junk food, which makes it hard to concentrate, period. Then you add the
education system,
the celebrity aspect, and it's a recipe for disaster, to be honest with you. So it's going to be difficult. I'm not really sure how it changes, but we need to really start to think differently about it because like I said, what I saw in China, like it blew me away, like the stuff that they're doing and what they're planning. Like we're not even thinking, we're just trying to just get through the day.
What's the most futuristic thing you saw over there?
Well, I saw the face scan. That was pretty cool. I think that they have the hand scan already in America, but like the face scan is like everywhere. Meaning, like you go to a gas station, whatever, you get the water, and I'm talking to the clerk. I just look and you check out. And the first time she did, I'm like, what they doing? They're like, oh no, they just scan my eyeballs. So the bank account information is placed in like your eyeball, bank account information is all placed together.
What? Wow.
So we were gonna live in a world soon where you don't need a wallet. You might not even need a phone. So you just go and like the Amazon Go store now they have that through the like they can bring it up. But now they just looking at your eyeball and so
how though?
So I was gonna say, what do they do? Like how? What about your eyeball pays for the water?
It's like a personal ID. So like you go
Every
to
eyeball is
TSA.
different.
You do it now. You just don't realize it, right? When you go through Clear, what do?
You look at it and
they scan your face. They identify you.
So now how do you know how much money you got?
Yeah.
Well, you just link it with a card.
It's like having your phone. It's like having your phone.
It's like Apple Pay.
You can still get declined. They can look at your eye like decline.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But depends.
Tell them nigga they broken their eyeballs.
It sounds futuristic till you realize you've been doing it this whole time, right? Like when you go in the Amazon store and we talk about AI, that's AI, right? There's cameras in the ceiling that are scanning you. You put your card in when you walk in, and you think you walking out, and then you get the email that wait, you just got charged $116 for what you just bought, and it's like wait, how they do that?
But people are scared of that. A lot of people are scared of that. And what do you say to them?
I'm
People think
scared
it's taking jobs. Like you said, the Amazon store. There's one guy working in there and make sure people just don't run out. But besides that, there's nobody ringing you up. There's nobody doing anything like that. And people are thinking that it's taking jobs, it's taking opportunity, it's taking their future away. So what do you say to that?
I say we got to get educated on it, right? Like I grew up in an education system where it was like learn Mandarin. That's what they were telling kids when I was teaching. Then it was like they should learn coding, And it's like, well, there's a prompt now to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so like we got to realize that AI is not our enemy. It's our co-pilot. And so if we think about it, like we're still flying the plane, but this is going to help us. The people that will work with it and understand it will go ahead. The people who try to deny it and be afraid of it, it's going to be tough for them to succeed because you're battling super intelligence. You're talking about something that's super efficient, that never stops working, that's always getting better, that never gets tired, that doesn't need any, PTO or insurance. It's
no
always,
maternity leave.
No maternity leave.
Right.
And it's only getting better. If it makes a mistake, it gets better, right? So how do you compete with that? You don't. You join it.
Do we go back to the days of forcing our kids to do things? Like, you remember growing up as a kid, your parents forced you to, you're going to be an attorney, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be a doctor. Nowadays, these kids are like, I see
You're gonna be the
Casanat.
smartest one though.
But that's the thing, right? The value add is like, who's the smartest one? Do you have to be the smartest one? Or could you just be the person that understands that I need to use this? Because like you said, like a lawyer, it's interesting, right? Like right now, if I go to Anthropic or I go to ChatGPT and I get, documents from a law office, I'll say like, hey, I want you to attack this case the way that this firm did. And in 5 minutes, it's going to understand exactly how the firm attacks case, if it's a prosecution or defendant. And now I got a hold for $29 a month.
Well, that's what the thing. Oh, go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Even if we not looking at it like it's our enemy, what the hell we gonna do for jobs? Like, what do we?
And we can't sugarcoat it. It's going to get real scary. Some spooky hours because it's like, all right, technology always replaces low skilled labor, right? So before, you from Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Okay, you from New York. So you remember back in the days when you used to go over any bridge in New York.
There's people there.
Yeah.
Right? And you give them $5, they give you $2.50 back. Those was jobs.
Yep.
There's nobody working those jobs anymore, right? So that's a way that's how technology replaced jobs. But people will look at it like, okay, that's low skilled labor. Or like cashiers, like what you just described, cashiers. Now most stores have like maybe one cashier, but most of it is self-checkout, or some stores don't have any cashiers. But now we're going to start to see high-skilled jobs being replaced. Like he said, lawyers, doctors. We was in Africa, we was in Kenya, Khalees's youngest son is getting taught by AI school, fully AI. So now you got education that's about to get replaced. You got doctors, lawyers, these engineers. Like, this is very high-skilled jobs that people go and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for their degree. So now you're not only getting low-skill replaced, you're getting high-skill replaced too. So save your money, invest your money. Like, if I can give anybody advice right now, like, you gotta invest your money, and you gotta be an entrepreneur on a certain level, right? Because just relying on a job and a skill set, there's no job that's safe. Even this job, they having AI people that's doing podcasts. So
a whole series.
very soon it's going to be so good that you might not even know that it's the AI.
Right.
And so invest your money, crypto, tech stocks, like start now. Like entrepreneurship, vitally important. That's even more important than the skill set because you could learn. Technology is not that hard to learn. That's the good thing about it. But if you don't have a business, you don't have cash flow, like it's going to be very, very difficult.
Let me ask y'all about this. They're talking about the contracted economy, and they say that's going to reach $2.5 trillion this year alone. And they say AI is coming for the coders, not electricians and welders. The BlackRock CEO says we need 500,000 electricians over the next few years. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we do. Plumbers, electricians.
Yeah, because there's a massive shortage of skilled labor.
But even that's true. But you need to be an entrepreneur.
But those are people that got HVACs and
they
electricians.
are, but I'm saying a lot of people don't look at it like that. They'll go into it saying like, I want to be a plumber and I want to work for a plumbing company
instead of opening
their own plumbing company. But that's still needed for now. But
because I think that's going to be a way. That's going to be a way to reach Black people. Because Black people understand that. So when you start talking those kind of numbers and letting people know like skilled labor, the contracting economy is a $2.5 trillion business and we need 500,000 more of those over the next few years, that's something they understand. They may not understand the AI conversation.
But that's insightful. We don't have time to you got to catch up. You don't understand, you got to catch up. I understand, I respect laborers, but Black people can do more than just being a laborer.
But nothing wrong with that, though.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. But why are we always relegated to the Black jobs? That's what Trump was talking about, Black jobs, right? Like, no, we need to do that, but we need to be playing at the highest level possible as well.
That's why
we need to be starting tech companies. Exactly. We can't just say, okay, this is what we know, this is what we can relate to. all right, you're not gonna become super rich being a plumber. Let's just be honest. There's nothing wrong with that, but
unless you start a plumbing company and you got the contract for this
Yeah,
building.
but how many plumbing companies you know have a $1 billion valuation or $1 billion exit?
I don't know.
It's happening. Like when, okay,
You know what I'm
so when Mark Cuban says that there's going to be trillionaires started in the basement, right? Like you're talking about companies that's going to reach $100 million valuations in 6 months, like real quick. We got to get in on this. That's why we're doing the tech giveaway as far as at Investfest. Like, yes, but we can't just. We've been in this country for too long. We got to play quick catch up. We can't play, okay, now we got 50 years to catch up. We're going to start at this level. I'm telling you, if we play in that game in 50 years, it's going to be.
Yeah. I agree with y'all, and that's why I love talking to y'all. Yeah. But if the BlackRock CEO is saying that a $2 trillion wealth shift is coming because of the contractor economy, and I always encourage people to go to trade school.
You talking about Larry Fink, right?
It's needed,
it's needed. I get what it's needed, right? But a lot of these guys, Larry Fink, and shout out to BlackRock, partner at Investfest. The largest asset management company in the world, over 13 trillion in assets, right? That's cool if you want to keep it. But we're trying to get people to sustainable wealth, right? We're talking about life-changing, generational changing. And that's why it's important to talk about technology because we've over-indexed in some of these professions. We know that, right? Like my uncle's a plumber. My cousin does HVAC. But I don't know anybody that has an AI startup, right? Like we have to be in that. We're talking about these prompts that they're not being created by us. In fact, the data centers that are being built, they're not being built by us either, right? So when we're talking about discrimination in this world, imagine when it gets to that world and it doesn't care and there is nobody to answer that call and you can't complain about it, right? We got to be inside that. We got to be creative and we got to be innovative to have something, right? Because we keep seeing it. We watch Vine and Facebook. We made all these things popular, Instagram popular, TikTok popular. Nothing is ours.
Yeah.
We got to be in that conversation.
Another thing too, right? And we have these conversations and we say, we about to see these $1 trillion companies, right? Like we haven't seen a trillionaire yet. Everybody not going to be a trillionaire.
No.
Everybody not going to be a billionaire. Everybody not going to be a multimillionaire. There is going to have to be some 100,000-aires, you know what I'm saying? And so and I guess the question I'm asking, what does generational wealth look like? Because that should be subjective.
Well,
right?
it starts with companies and like Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, he said, I made more millionaires than any company. I'm paraphrasing. So he's obviously a billionaire. His company's worth $4 trillion. But there's thousands of people that work in NVIDIA that became millionaires. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. So look at the economic impact. That's what I'm saying as far as the entrepreneur. We can see it even on the low. Like us personally, we employ 30 people, right? So I'm always going to hammer, like Dame Dash wasn't wrong in what he said. The delivery, I think the way that he went about it but that interview still resonates to this day because we don't own enough businesses. We don't. So as far as generational wealth, a lot of times that's just a catchphrase that don't mean nothing. Like, what does that even mean? Generational wealth. Like, generational wealth is having sustainable businesses that you employing people and you can pass something down and you have an ecosystem and this shit is flowing nonstop. Not just, okay, I made a bunch of money because 9 times out of 10, you're either going to end up blowing it, you're going to get divorced and lose it, or your kid is going to blow it. So, but if it's a system in place and you can actually employ people and you can actually have things that's actually moving the ecosystem the right way, that's more beneficial than one person becoming extremely successful.
But I say I look at generational wealth as freedom, though. It's not just the amount of money you make, right? You look at some people who might only make $100,000 or $200,000.
That's a lot of money.
It is, but they're happy. They're happy than that person that makes $10 million. They're happy than that person that makes $20 million, but they're able to make sure their family is good for generations for that level. But it's happiness. Because at the end of the day, F the money. I just want my kids to be happy. I don't want them to be stressed out. I don't want them to worry about it. I just want them to be happy and live the way that they want to live. If they want to do nails, I want them to do nails because at the end of the day, life is short. You just want them to be happy.
But you do want to encourage them to own the nail
You
salon.
think $100,000 is a lot of money?
Yes.
You know it's not a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Why would you say that? You know it's not a lot of money.
Because there's people listening to us
in
who
New
don't
York
have...
City. In New York City.
Yes, but there's people listening to us who don't have...
No, for
who
sure.
not making 20 a year.
No, that's understandable.
It's not to discourage somebody, but it's also to be realistic. You know it's not a lot of money. Like,
it is a lot of money.
You know it's not a lot of money.
$100,000 is a lot of money, Rashad.
It's a lot of money to somebody.
To a lot of people.
to a lot of
To you.
people.
The majority of Americans.
If you make $100,000 a year in New York, you're coming home with $67,000.
It's a lot of money.
It's not a lot of
You live
money.
in New
You know
York
why it's
City,
not a
you
lot of
paying
money?
over
Well, I
$2,500
realized
rent.
there wasn't a lot of money when I made $100,000.
That's okay. So I can relate to that part. You
okay.
know, like before I even made my first 100,000, I'm like, that it don't seem like it's easy to do. When I did it, I'm like, all right, now what's 500,000? All right, then it's, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's $100,000 is a lot of money to certain people, but not to me because of my expenses and shit that I'm doing.
the
Like
life you live.
I get
the
that.
life, my
But
lifestyle. It's not.
back to what you're saying though, and I'm gonna add everybody, is that sustainable, right? If I make $100,000 a year, can I create a lifestyle that's sustainable for my family going forward?
No, you can't live.
It depends
because
where
you're
you
probably
live.
keeping food. You probably keeping food on the table and a roof over your head, and you live in check.
And my
to check.
kids are gonna have to do the same thing.
Yes.
And then their kids are gonna have to do the same thing.
Yes.
So that's not sustainable. Because they're gonna, right? There's no guarantee. Like my dad did that, right? Like he worked for 42 years, right? It guaranteed me nothing. He spent more time at work than he did at home. He didn't come to my basketball games because he had to work, right? And he spent weekends sometimes going to work. When I turned 18, he didn't guarantee me an interview at his job. It didn't guarantee me that I could even walk in the building.
Was you good at basketball?
Man.
No, I'm just asking. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I might need to go. If you was Braun, I'm gonna go.
Wow. Doesn't matter if you could have not. It's probably to show support. Look, what's
Thank
wrong
you,
with
man.
you?
I ain't gonna waste my time with this shit.
My time missing work and
My
shit.
dad was a cricket player,
I got bills to
man.
pay.
We from Jamaica, man. We only got Patrick Ewing.
I told
That's all we
Okay,
got.
I told my
all
Jamaican
we
son to
got.
play cricket. He want to play basketball.
I ain't going to check that.
Yo.
Yeah, nah, but
I'm not supporting this
I'm not
nonsense.
supporting that. If he's not a baller, I'm not going. But you understand, like
got you,
that
I got
premise
you.
is like, now I have to go figure out what I'm gonna do, right? I can't do his career. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do, right? My goal was to make sure that if I had something, I can pass it down. Same thing you've always talked about. Everybody here is doing it. We're not being candid about it. Like we have to tell them, like, look, I'm trying to create something that's sustainable. I could pass it down to you. You may not even want to do that, right? Like the plumber, right? You've watched your dad be a plumber, work hard. You're like, I don't want to do that. A lot of kids grow up like, I don't want to do that. They in the tech world. They want to figure out how they can use technology to advance their careers, right? So we got to, hey, here's some assets to flourish your dream, whatever it is, rather than go figure it out on your own. I know I did it. Now it's your turn.
So for my son is 13. My son wants to get into tech. Where does he even start with that?
What's his interest right now? Is he into social media? Is he
Like
into
computer
gaming?
software. He wants to, like, you know, like the STEM programs and all that type of stuff. But if we're so fucking behind already, like where would he even start with that?
Well, the good thing is that we are behind, but you can catch up quick with technology. Nip had a great quote when he was like, technology has empowered everybody. And it's kind of leveled the playing field, even though the playing field has never been level. But still, all right, so you just start with the basics as far as, like, I feel like New York City banned ChatGPT. Dumb decision.
Bad move.
Hopefully, if we get a new mayor, we can have some level of voicing as far as this education.
Now, why did they
didn't know
ban
they
Chat?
banned-
I didn't know that. Why did they
I
ban
missed that.
ChatGPT?
Because kids is cheating. They say kids is gonna be cheating on their essays and
In school.
using it to cheat. But my thing is, why are you trying to ban?
They are.
But okay, this is my thing, right?
They are.
True.
Math, right? How I learned math, how everybody learns math, is that you do it with a pen and paper and you
Correct.
do long division.
Show your
and-
work.
Okay. Never in life are you ever gonna have to do that,
Never.
right? A lot of times, if you use the calculator, you was cheating. So when I became a financial advisor, I had to use a financial calculator, and I had to learn how to use a financial calculator. Financial calculator is different from a regular calculator. My thing is that would have been helpful for me to learn how to use a calculator, more so than learning how to use long division. Now, there's going to be some people like, well, that helps you think and cognitive thinking skills, not needed. And I know this for a fact because I worked in finance for 12 years. I never did math equations with my hand. I only did math equations with a calculator. It would be more beneficial to teach children how to do math with calculators because that's what they're going to do in real world. It would be more beneficial to embrace ChatGPT and teach kids how to use ChatGPT and how to prompt, right? And these is basic things that you could just do on your phone, how to use Gronk, how to use, because it's not going anywhere. So you're trying to teach a kid how to actually write an essay. Well, when in life are you going to need to write an essay? Right? Because I just wrote something just now and I fragment thoughts. I put it in ChatGPT and I say, fix it. And it puts together a well-written train of thought.
Yeah, that's the idea of the teacher that works with it is going to get ahead. Because what happens when you ban something? more kids are gonna use it, right? It's like, yo, you shouldn't smoke. Kids are gonna smoke. We're gonna prohibit alcohol. What happens? People are going to do what they're told not to do, and so we got to figure out how we work with it. The problem is, and I come from the education field where it's like we feel threatened, right? If it checks the work and if it can have corrective sentence formation, then what am I supposed to do?
I hear a lot of people say that, they're afraid that it's going to mess with their cognitive ability. So I agree with Rashad is saying, just teach people how to use their brain to prompt the chat GPT. Work alongside with it. Let it be your assistant. Like, don't let it do the work for you.
Yeah, but that's the problem is, right? Like, if you give any kid homework, right, and they know they have chat GPT, 9 times out of 10, if their parents are not over them, they're going to put that thing in the chat GPT and it's going to come up with the answer.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, let me just
because I don't have to think anymore. All I have to do is put the question and answer, and I'm not even understanding what's there.
The idea of homework is to reinforce what was learned in school.
Correct.
Right? Like at a certain point, are you still checking homework?
Hell no.
He's such a good dad.
The wife does.
You know what I'm saying? Such a good dad. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I'm not mad at him.
That's the same thing my wife does too.
Exactly. It's like at a certain point, like what they learned in school is reinforced at home. But if the kids are like, let's teach them more things. Like I always tell, learning doesn't stop in the 4 walls of a building. Let's teach them about other things. That you learn that in school, let's add to it. Let's figure out how we use it. That's why we got to teach them how to use AI. That's why we got to teach them how to prompt. Because we know that's where this is going, right? We got to teach them, like, if they're gaming, what's making the graphics that good? Now I can tell. There's a segue there. If I'm paying for Robux, let me tell them how they can invest in that. What's new? What's coming on Roblox in the next 3 months? It's the same thing when I look at Netflix. That's right. Right? Why I'm investing in Netflix. I look at what the rollout is for the next 3 months, 6 months. Oh, they got the Crawford fight? Okay. Oh, they got the NFL contract. I bet. This is a company I can see sustainability in. We got to have segues and relatability to the real world.
Y'all brought up Dame Dash, and I always say this.
Why you look at us like that, Jess?
Just because I'm just thanking you. Because really, because I'm thinking about it now. You just really don't realize how much we use AI, we consume it. Because I got a homeboy who uses Chat GPT to communicate his feelings with his girlfriend. Like seriously, he's not really good with expressing himself, because his childhood or whatever.
It's gonna be over.
Because his childhood, like he just not able to express himself. So like his girl was about to leave him for that. Like you're not intimate, or you're not affectionate with me. Like you don't express. And he downloaded Chat GPT. That saved his fucking relationship. Like he expresses himself to her, and it's teaching him, and it's like his best friend. Like he talked to this. My best friend got Bible study with Chat GPT.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
So that's the agentic AI is the next wave, right? Where it's like, you have a phone.
What do you call it, Troy?
Agentic,
right?
So it's an agent. Everybody has an agent that you work with.
Yes.
So to express your feelings, to help you out, to be a companion. Like you ever seen the movie Her?
Yeah.
Yes.
You already know where we're headed with this. Right, like that relationship piece is crazy. You want to talk about the therapy part?
Well,
big in therapy.
When we went to NVIDIA, we heard Jensen. He gave his keynote. So he was saying, like, right now AI is pretty much like, okay, let's say you have your family coming over for Thanksgiving dinner, right? And you list 8 names, and you give it to ChatGPT, and you like put these names, sort it out, right? So they'll say, okay, Uncle Johnny sits here, little Nasir sits here. They all it's just like not really too much thought into it. They're just putting it together. The next level of AI, they'll say, ask me more. Tell me more information. Okay, well, he has a drinking problem, Then they start to make rational decisions like, okay, well, I think it's best suited if you have Charlamagne on this side of the table and Aunt Jackie on that side of the table. Reason being is because last Thanksgiving they had an argument, So that's the next iteration of AI is whereas it's actually having rational thought. AI can't really have rational thought right now. It can tell you, like, okay, write a sentimental poem. It'll write a sentimental poem. But if you ask it too much in-depth questions, it's not going to be able to fully process it. The next level of AI is like, that's what separates humans, is that we have rational thought,
and
right?
And empathy.
And reasoning.
And empathy. And reasoning. So now all of that is going to be combined into AI. So that's the real level of companion. That's a real companion, right? When you can actually... You can have empathy, sympathy, you can reason, you can raise your voice if necessary, the other part that's coming is the physical robotics.
Yep.
So
when they get dicks.
Yo.
That's I don't know if we're there yet.
I mean, it's crazy because we are looking at a situation where potentially people will start choosing companions
That's right.
that are not humans. That's something that it may sound like a far-fetched reality, but they're already working on that.
Yeah.
Because think about how many people have social anxiety. Think about how many kids after COVID still don't know how to talk. Like you said, like a lot of people scared to talk to girls or scared to talk to men. They don't want to leave their home. If you can have the perfect person that you design, by the way, you design how they look, you design how they talk to you, you can design the interaction. Anything that they make in a movie as a preview was going to happen in the future. So they already had these in the movies 20 years ago, right? So now when you start to see, okay, it starts with a dog, it starts with a pet. Like, this is my pet, then this is my assistant. Now the next thing is, this is my wife. It's crazy. This is why we have to be involved in it, because if not, like AI, this is the first time in human history where we've created something that's smarter than us. How can you control it? And everybody that's smart says it. Like Elon Musk, all of these people are saying the same thing. Like, they don't really know how far AI is going to go because it's smarter than us. Nah. Imagine if your dog was 100 times smarter than you. Would you feel comfortable having it next to you?
But we're the ones programming it, right?
I always say, well, just unplug it, but that's not that.
No, it's not an unplug. When you're talking about, so like that data center economy, right? These huge, big factories that they're building. Each one of those factories, right, has 100 to 200, 300 supercomputers inside. So one supercomputer is smarter than us already. It ain't as simple as an unplug, right? Like that's what happens. Like, people don't understand how this works. When you send a prompt, it goes through the Wi-Fi and the cloud, and it gets to that data center, and it comes back with the prompt. Those supercomputers are always working, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's getting smarter every single second.
And they're already rebelling.
Yeah,
they have.
Yeah. You seen the guy? They tried to extort the guy. You seen that?
He's out and reveal your affair.
Yeah.
And that was a test run, but that could happen. You give it your text. Like, if you had a text conversation right now, like what your friend did, and you sent that into a GBT and said, like, hey, how do you think my reasoning was here, right? Like, how did you think I was aggressive? It's going to give you a logistic understanding of the conversation and give you feedback.
Sam Altman already said anything that you say to ChatGPT can be used against you. Like,
he's trying
meaning,
to fight that.
The technology can tell the cops. Like, he told me that he committed this crime, X, Y. Like, you talking to ChatGPT, you telling them information. You're not thinking that you talking to something that actually has the ability to tell on you. He said it like, yes, don't tell ChatGPT something that you don't want somebody else to know.
And that shit is scary, because I was thinking exactly what you said, and I was going to say the whole thing about Sam Altman. So just think, I'm serious. So just think about how brain wavelengths work. Like, and think about when you be on your phone sometime and you talk, and then you look at your phone and the shit pop up. Like, then, all of this shit is mimicking us, but just 100 times better.
Telling y'all,
just think about the stupid stuff we do, like, how can I make a bomb through ChatGPT?
Yes, right. You're gonna have some little dumbass kid. You're gonna have some little dumbass kid doing it.
Learn, like, how do I bury a person, or how do I, dissolve
bones? In your life, bro?
What he's talking about is real. Yo, we sat in rooms. I won't say where. We sat in rooms, and they're talking about just that, right? So there's the censored version of AI, which is what the public gets, and then you have the uncensored version of AI, which is what the hedge funds and the creators and the developers get, so they can stop that from happening. But who's to control them?
You're right.
Right.
Let me ask you a question.
That's why we got to be in the room.
And that example was the exact example that he used.
What you just said.
He was like, if you ask ChatGPT how to create a bomb, it'll divert you from. But he's like, I have access to the unchecked filter. So if I wanted to ask how to create a bomb, it'll give me a detailed explanation on how to create a bomb.
Yeah, because there's certain things ChatGPT will be like, yo, I can't help you with that.
Right.
Because they've censored that.
But think about this. But even ghost guns, right? You can go to Micro Center, buy a machine, and go to a gun shop and buy the actual parts and print it.
That's a fact.
That simple.
3D printer.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there's nobody to stop you from doing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Would y'all get the chip? Like the Neuralinks? Because think about it, like, there's going to be people out here that are doing that. They're going to be smarter than us. You know, they're going to be able to break things down faster than us in order to keep up. If you know that majority of the population is getting this Neuralink or whatever it's going to be, and we grew up in the era where we was, what you mean chips, put chips in the babies and all that. We was against that. Would you do that?
Would you do it?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's
honest,
the
I don't
thing
know.
Too. That's my answer as well. I don't know.
Yo,
when I first heard about it, I'm like, hell no. But then with all the movies I watch and shit, everything that they're clearly putting in front of us because they know we just gonna think it's a movie. Nah. Like, I really don't know.
Yo, they got the glasses now. They got the prompters in them. People, you can be debating with somebody and they killing you with face.
Well, the Neuralink thing is so interesting because it's like, for people that don't know, that's Elon Musk's company, and they already have paraplegics that can move now, and people moving chess pieces with their brain. So my thing is, like, even for languages, right? Like, imagine if you can download every single language in your brain. So you go to France and now you speak fluent French. That's helpful. Or you go to, Mexico and now you speak fluent Spanish, right? Like,
Jess.
I know, we got a test trial right here.
But also imagine, okay, like, what if it gets hacked?
Yeah.
F your brain right
so
up.
you scared. Like,
that's why I wouldn't do it, because I'll be too nervous. Like, if it get hacked, and now it's telling me, okay, you must do this. You must, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just.
Yeah, y'all thought RoboCop was a joke.
Right.
How do you compete with these humanoids?
Jesus Christ.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Good question.
It's tough because they just developed a model that actually can charge its battery by itself. So that was part of the thing. Yeah, it's crazy. So, like, the robotics, like, obviously what Elon's trying to do, but China's doing it as well, is like that robotic agent that comes in. And even at NVIDIA, they were saying, like, yo, this is the wave. They're going to it's going to start in your house and it's going to do chores and things that you don't want to do. But eventually it'll take over. But the one thing that we still have to do is that the robot would die and we have to put it back on the charger. But now they have the technology where you put the charger in your house and it walks down the steps and it pulls the battery off, puts it back in, it rests, and then when it's done, it comes back out.
If
so
you
it's
really
always
think
working.
about it, they've been doing that for years with the little vacuum things.
Because
the vacuum leaves the house and then it goes right back, charges.
We know it.
Like,
Test run.
Like, y'all had Robert Smith on here before?
Oh, yeah.
So last time I saw him, he said, do y'all have AI personal assistant? And I'm like, nah. He was like, first of all, you need to have one. It's mandatory. And he was like, I'll sell you one. And that's all he kept talking about was, like, you gotta have an AI agent. Like, you have to have an AI agent. Like, the way he was pushing it, I'm like, okay. Like,
what is the AI agent?
Like a personal assistant.
Yeah. It might start as a device, right, that you can clip onto you, right, and you can talk to that agent, like, hey, I'm hungry. Is there anything in my fridge? You know, scan, like, yeah, you know what, you left me. It'll know you.
I guess that's the question I'm asking. Like, how does it? I know what the AI agent is, but how does it show up?
At first, it made it seem like it was a robot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, for now, it's not, but that's the next iteration of it. But yeah, it's like a clip-on, it's a device or whatever, and it's like, okay, right now, I want to go to Thailand next week, right? But I can't leave in the morning. I got to leave at night, but I also need to stay at a hotel that's close to the beach, and I need to have a restaurant, and I need to have a reservation at Nobu. Same thing you would tell an assistant. The AI is gonna be able to do that in 2 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna book your hotel. It's gonna get the reservation. It's gonna do that. It's gonna do that. It's gonna notify your child's teacher that you won't be able to pick them up from school. It's gonna pretty much manage your life.
Yeah,
it's wild.
And then how
the
much
trust
do
we
you
gotta
have to pay it? Because I pay somebody to do all that right now. How much do you have to pay that?
And it's probably gonna be more efficient than the person you're paying.
A lot less than you would have to pay a person.
The trust you gotta have in that, though, because I've never been to China, so I'm gonna say, yo, Rashad, Troy, y'all been to China. What should I be looking out for? Like, there's something about the human experience that's gonna always mean more to me than what a robot tells me.
That's true. That's true. And that's the delicate line that we walk in as far as AI and human experience. We still have a human experience that's needed. Hopefully, it will continue, but we don't know.
That's crazy. All right, look, this is the last thing I gotta say because now y'all got my fucking mind going, right? So months ago, right, I had my my gallbladder removed, right? And I saw a doctor. I saw like 3 doctors came in. At first they were saying, no, we're just gonna have to take the gallstones out. And then they like, no, we're just gonna remove the whole gallbladder. So the last doctor who was supposed to have been doing it, he was like, all right, we're gonna have, like, it was a machine that did it, like an AI robot that did it. They just oversee it. Like, he never touched me at all. The doctor never, ever touched me. It was, of course, they put me under anesthesia and all that. But they told me that a robot would be doing it. AI robot would be doing my surgery. And that's who did it. So that's crazy. I just want to throw that out there. I ain't got no questions. That shit is just
They probably did it more efficiently, right? Because there's going to be human error, right? Somebody's using their hands. Like, you never know what they've been through in a day.
And it's perfect. And you can barely even see the incisions. Right. But, like, it's perfect.
Think about how many, dentists, right? A lot of dentists develop carpal tunnel syndrome. And they should have shaky hands. So think about the human error that happens if a dentist, not on purpose, that's why they have so much medical,
the laws,
the liability insurance,
yeah.
right? Because if they make a mistake, then insurance has to pay for that. And there's billions of dollars that's paid out in claims every single year because doctors make mistakes that potentially could kill somebody, right? Bill Gates said the two industries that's going to get impacted the most is healthcare and education. That's what he said. He said healthcare and education is going to get impacted the most by artificial intelligence. So, yeah, doctors, you're going to see like a full robot performing surgery. That's going to happen. Yeah. And then you're going to have, like I said, Khalees said her youngest child is fully AI.
Yeah.
He only gets taught 2 hours a day. And she said it's the best educational experience that she's ever seen. He's like a year ahead of the rest of kids that's in his class. It's interactive. It's like, okay, they teach you something, and they say, do you understand it? And he's like, no, I don't understand it. Why don't you understand it? And they have a real-time conversation, one-on-one. It's a one-on-one experience. And she was breaking it down to us, and she was like, yo, he does this for 2 hours. And then he travels with me. I got a show. I'm going to South Africa, and he's on the road, and we pack up. As long as he got a computer, he can do it anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Wow. It's real. Like the medical, think about this, right? In terms of learning. I think it said it took the first version of ChatGPT 14 days to comb the entire internet and learn everything on the internet, right? But now think about when you're talking about disease, right? Like it can break down cells and figure out what's the cause of cancer. How do we prevent cancer? Like in the next 7 to 10 years, like a lot of the diseases that exist today, they will have a cure for. That changes the world.
Yeah, right? I mean, I think about, I read about stuff like nanobots. I would definitely do that. You know what I mean? Like
what is that?
Nanobots that you can go in your system. Like they're talking about nanobots can like clean out your arteries, clean out the cholesterol without any type of surgeries, anything like that. Clean out types of cancers. It's like I would definitely have to try that. And they say this damn they're gonna make us immortal. Yeah. Because it can kill any disease. Yeah. I don't know if I would do Neuralink, but something like the nanobots, I would definitely.
That changes life expectancy, right?
Yeah. I want to ask y'all a couple more questions. Sombra City. That's what it's pronounced? Sombra?
Yep.
Sombra.
Sombra. It's a 300-acre residential community that y'all...
He said Sombra.
Nigga, he said Sombra. He said Sombra.
Sombra. Say it correctly, man.
Sombra City.
The welcome home city.
300-acre residential community in Accra. You're doing it with my man Shaka Bars. What's that about?
Yeah, shout out to Alvin Kwame. So we met... Tui as well. We met some really big real estate developers, just entrepreneurs, period, when we went to Ghana. Shaka Bars introduced us to them. And we just developed a great relationship. They've been super A1 with us. They've really been ushering us all through the continent. Anytime you see us in Africa, it's because of them.
Yeah, that's not Rick Ross. That's my man Alvin.
Yeah. He used to work with Lauryn Hill back then. He actually used to be in music. But long story short, they owned the land already. And they just used to think about different ideas, how they wanted to develop it. But once again, they wanted to build with Black Americans. They're like, yo, like we want to do something where we can kind of bridge the gap. It's not just for Black Americans. It's for Ghanaians, it's for Africans, but it's also for people in diaspora. Also, the idea is to create a bridge, right? So that's something, because the crazy how social media works. Okay, we do all of this with the private sector. We never spoke to anybody at that time in the Ghanaian government. I don't know. There's no disrespect to the Ghanaian government, but that's just a fact. But then there was a video that went viral on social media about like, yo, the Ghanaian government gave 400 acres of land to earn your leisure, and it's just for Black Americans. And it was a very convincing storyline that he made. And it wasn't even like a derogatory story, but it was just 100% false. Yeah. And then people was like, oh, y'all colonizing, y'all coming in, y'all worse than the Britons. I'm like, we working with the Africans. It's not for just Black Americans. It's for anybody that wants to buy property and da-da-da-da. But social media has become a place where you can create a narrative. The truth doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's entertaining, right, you can just create a narrative and then people will just run with it. But Sombra, the idea of that is to actually just create a thriving community in Ghana where, a lot of people go in December. But it's like, that's not really beneficial long-term for the economic prosperity of the country. So we want to create something where it's like, okay, you can either A, live there, or you can Airbnb it out. Because everybody's not going to move to Africa, right? So you buy a property. Real estate in Ghana has gone up tremendously over the last 10 years. It's going to keep going up. There's a housing shortage in most countries, in Ghana specifically. So there's a demand for real estate. So that project is going great. We should have the first phase done by hopefully New Year's. and we're doing it in phases. And like I said, it's not for only Black Americans. It's for Ghanaians. It's for Nigerians, anybody on the continent, but it's also for Black people as well. And like, you know, to own a piece of land in the motherland. You can Airbnb it. Airbnb is great, especially in December. You can make a lot of money just in a couple of weeks in December because that's when everybody comes. But then you can also have somewhere to go if you want to just get away. You know, I always like going to Africa because it's just like you don't realize how toxic something is until you leave it.
Yeah.
And America is just so toxic, social media and all that. And it's just like even you on social media, you still like you feel like you're on a different algorithm. You don't feel inundated by all of the toxicity. But as soon as you land back in JFK, it's like right back to it.
Oh, you're right.
United States of anxiety.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. You go into a country, everybody looks like you. That's foreign to me. You know what I'm saying? And the goal is, yes, this is the first development, but the idea is like, yeah, this is something that can be replicated, right? It's the reason why you go to a different country. That's why you see us in Kenya, you see us in Rwanda, you'll see us in a bunch of countries, because this is how you create something that is a legacy, right? Not just for you, but for everybody in the diaspora. Like, this is something that we can be proud of. And it happened on your watch. Like, you watched us get the ground. We've been watching us through the stages, and now you can be part of it.
How do y'all define, this is my last question, how do y'all define success for Investfest now? Is it the attendance? Is it, you know, partnerships? Is it media coverage or something that we don't even see? Cultural impact?
It's all of the above. I mean, I feel like if you look at Investfest, anything that we've done is pretty unprecedented as far as, okay, it's not just called a festival, it's an actual festival, right? Over the course of the weekend, you're going to have 40,000 people. That's how they do it by like how many people come in per day. But we did that ourselves. It's not like we worked with another major corporation. A lot of festivals, they're funded and they're operated by major corporations. There's nothing wrong with that, but like they get the talent and they get the venue and then they promote it and all that. Like we did everything ourselves. Even to this day, we did everything ourselves. So it's a beacon of what can be possible from just an idea. Like, I mean, like once again, you ask ChatGPT the biggest financial events in the world, Investfest is going to come up in the top 5. So we just started that just off an idea. So success is seeing that come to fruition. No matter what happens, it's a success because we was actually able to put it together and have multiple billionaires and have 400 small business vendors and have, 80 panelists on stage and employ, you're talking about economic impact. We're employing people from security to AV to a variety of different things that, these are things that's not talked about. People don't understand it because they've never done it, right? You can't fully understand something until you actually do it. But these are things that like we see in real time, so we know what it means to the city of Atlanta and what it means to just our culture, period. But as far as other variations of success, when people make money. So the vendor marketplace, like that's a great opportunity for anybody, small business, to make money. From people that's coming from the pitch competition standpoint, from people that's actually attending. There's no way you can attend 3 days of full workshops, panels, and not learn something, but then also networking. That happens, right? You might meet a business partner, you might meet somebody that wants to invest in your company, stuff like that. So bringing that many people together, we keep on elevating the experience. We add things to it. We see what we could have did better the year before. And that's why I think the Essence thing is kind of disheartening, because a lot of people just want to criticize. Yeah. But what have you done?
Yeah, take the risk. Take the risk to be criticized.
19 Keys said something to me that was extremely insightful. He was like, don't destroy something if you don't have a better alternative to build. That's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to destroy it, make sure you can build something that's 2 times better than what you destroy. 99% of the population, they want to destroy something with no alternative. So it's like, okay, you want to destroy Essence. It might not have been perfect, but what is going to be the alternative? Who else is going to give all of these opportunities to different businesses and employ people and bring economic empowerment? And like, this is a real economic impact that's actually happening, right? So, okay, let's say it just goes away and there's no more Essence next year.
Then what?
Like, you know what I'm saying? What does New Orleans have? What does all these black entrepreneurs have? What do these local restaurateurs have? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever thinks about that. Like, you want to destroy something with no viable option of replacing it.
Yeah, a lot of these people are making their year in a weekend. Like, that happens. And you take that away. I mean.
That 100,000.
Oh, shut up, man.
That 100,000 in a weekend is sad. You see what I'm saying? So I wish y'all much success, man.
More conversations like this.
I love having conversations with y'all. Me and Rashad talk all the time, but, I really do hope that y'all make the critics and the haters even more mad this year. I really do.
I appreciate that.
I'm not even joking. I hope that Investfest pisses them off again.
I'm
this
sure
year.
it will.
I really do. That's another sign of success, whether you realize it or not.
We got you to help us.
I'm there.
That's right.
There we go. There's only one person who hasn't been there in the room. Who?
Jess with the mess.
I see my friends
Jess
up
with
this
the
motherfucker.
mess.
I see, 85 South, Pretty V,
Yes.
all of that. And I ain't get invited. Y'all ain't call me.
We'll call you right now.
All right.
Hey, I called
I would
Jess.
love to. Shit, that's
Yo, remind me to call Jess about Investfest.
yes,
All right.
please do.
Well,
But
there you have it.
before we leave, I just want to say, so if you want tickets, investfest.com. There's still a couple vendor booths left. And it's August 22nd to August 24th in Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, thank you guys. We don't take it for granted that you let us come up here.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of times, whenever we need to do something, you let us come up here. So we definitely appreciate you guys for the platform that you've built and the hospitality that you've always shown us.
Thank you, brother.
That's
What's the
what it
website?
is.
Investfest.com.
Investfest.com.
Get your tickets now. Earn your leisure. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?